Spurgeon here with RevZilla TV with a detailed breakdown of the AFX FX-95 helmet available at RevZilla.com. DOT ECE rated, and when we threw this on the scale, it came in right around the 3-pound 6-ounce mark. It's going to be a super lightweight helmet considering the fact that it's around the $100 price point. Now, first thing to really dive into is going to be the sizing and the fit on this. Fit is going to be an intermediate oval. That means a little bit longer front to back. It's going to work with the majority of the American market. When you're considering sizing, we found that this fit one full size smaller than what the size chart recommends. So plan on sizing up at least one size when you're looking at the FX-95. Now, as far as the overall construction is concerned, like I said, this is going to be a polycarb shell, and one of the other things to note is that there's a ton of different colorways available. You have the red wine color in front of me, but there's going to be over 20 color and graphic combinations for you to choose from in the FX-95 family, and around that price point, it's just the sheer volume of choices that you have that other competitors out there aren't giving you. Now, like we mentioned, lightweight with the polycarb shell. One of the things to note is ventilation on this. Anytime you're looking at a more entry-level helmet, the ventilation isn't going to be as advanced as something in a higher level. You're still getting 5 inlet vents up front. You're going to have chin vents. You're going to have a slider vent that you can actually close, which helps with defogging of the face shield. You're going to have one main brow vent up top, and then you're going to have a chimney vent, which is going to work its way across the top, and you're going to see it's going to wrap around to the back on this. And you're going to see the chimney vent exits through the back, and then you're going to have a dual exhaust vent right along the lower part of your neckline with this helmet as well. So again, you still have a nice layer of ventilation pulling itself through with this particular piece. Now the face shield on this, it does bear to mention that this is going to be a nice, relatively easy to open and close face shield to get the face shield off and on. You're going to have a nice detent mechanism to hold the face shield into place. So if you want to open it all the way, if you want to kind of leave it cracked if you're in the city, it's going to work well for that. And when you're actually removing the face shield, it's one of the easier shields to actually remove. There's a little tab here. You're going to pull up on that and just give a little bit of pressure, and you can see the shield actually pop right out. You then pull it off, and to get it back on, you simply put it back into place and push down, and it snaps right back into place. Again, extremely easy, especially if you've never done this before. You're looking at this as your first helmet. It's going to be a very easy helmet to maintain and swap face shields back and forth. AFX does have a replacement shield for this, the FX-95 shield, and again, you can swap out different colors if you so choose. Now, closing the shield up, there is going to be a locking mechanism on the left-hand side, so once the shield is in the closed position, you can lock it with the little mechanism there on the left-hand side. The only real nitpicks that I have with this is going to be the finishing on this. Again, for that $100 price point, you can't get too mad at this, but there's a little bit of finishing inconsistencies that you're not going to see if you step up to a higher helmet. But again, with the bang for your buck factor, there's really nothing too much you can get mad at for this. So let's go to the inside of the helmet. Now, first and foremost, you have a fully removable liner. This is going to allow you to take everything out, wash it, keep it clean. Anytime you're washing the interior, it's going to get greasy. I recommend just using a little bit of shampoo, pull the cheek pads out, you can clean it nicely. So starting with the cheek pads, first and foremost, you're going to have 3 snap cheek pads on this, and you're going to see I can pull them out really nicely, and they work up into the actual neck liner. You're going to have 3 main snaps, really nice comfort option. And again, with this working up in the neck liner, it really does a great job of keeping them nice and secure once they're in the helmet. Pulling out both sides for you so you can kind of get a full view. And next thing I'm going to pull out is the actual liner on this. And one of the things I want to show you is that the liner on this is going to be brow vented or brow secured up top. So you're not going to have dual snaps to the front of this. So there's not any worry about having those snaps put pressure on your forehead. It's going to secure nicely. And again, for the price point, it's a really nice liner. You're going to have sweat wicking mesh to help pull the sweat away in the hotter rides. And it's going to be channeled out quite nicely to help push airflow through from the vents that you're going to see up top. Now, set that to the side. I want to pull your attention to the inside of the helmet. And one of the things to note, they've done a really nice job of finishing the inside of the helmet right along that single density EPS liner. Here, notice if I flip it to the bottom, you can see the vent holes working their way through on the bottom. On the top part, it's kind of hard to see because of the mesh, but there is going to be direct venting through those vents up top, through the EPS liner to help keep you nice and cool in the summer months. Now again, I think AFX did a really nice job giving you a huge bang for your buck factor here. And like I mentioned in the beginning, sheer volume of choice as far as colors are concerned. If you are looking for your first helmet, you want something that's lightweight, you want something with a DOT ECE rated lid to it, this is one that you should consider. There's a lot of riders out there rocking AFX helmets. If you want to hear more about what they have to say, click the info button. Read what other helmets AFX riders are using on their rides. If you have more questions for us, never hesitate, get on the phone, give us a call, 877-792-9455, or simply type us out an email, cs@RevZilla.com. Thank you for joining us for this look at the AFX FX-95. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.